Once upon a time, in a small Nigerian village named Una, there lived a young man named Onwuka. Onwuka was known for his charm and good looks, but he was also known for his reckless behavior. One day, a strange rumor began to spread through the village. It was whispered among the villagers that Onwuka had gotten a mad woman pregnant. At first, no one believed it. How could someone like Onwuka do such a thing? But as days passed, the truth began to emerge. Onwuka's secret was exposed when the king of Umona, Obaif, discovered the truth. Outraged by the scandal, the king ordered Onwuka to take responsibility for his actions and care for the pregnant woman. Onwuka was filled with shame and anger. He couldn't bear the thought of being tied down by a mad woman and a child that he never wanted. In his desperation, he plotted to get rid of the woman and the unborn child. As Onwuka's sinister plans unfolded, a dark cloud descended upon Umona. Calamity struck the village, and misfortune followed. The once lush farmlands began to wither, and the river that flowed through the village started to dry up. People fell ill, and some even died. The villagers knew that they were facing the wrath of the gods. They pleaded with the king to intervene and restore peace to their land. But Obaif knew that the key to solving the villagers' troubles lay with Onwuka and his actions. With each passing day, the situation in Umona grew direr. Onwuka's guilt weighed heavily on him, as he witnessed the suffering of his fellow villagers. Yet he remained stubborn and refused to admit his wrongdoing. Meanwhile, the mad woman, despite her condition, carried the child within her with a mother's love. She prayed fervently for the safety of her unborn child and for the forgiveness of those who had wronged her. As the village teetered on the brink of collapse, Obaif knew that he had to take decisive action. He summoned Onwuka and the village elders to a meeting under the shade of the ancient baobab tree at the heart of Umona. Onwuka, the king began, his voice echoing with authority, "You have brought shame upon our village with your actions, but it is not too late to right your wrongs." Onwuka hung his head in shame, unable to meet the gaze of the king or his fellow villagers. "You must seek forgiveness from the mad woman and accept your responsibility as a father," Obaif continued. "Only then will the gods show us mercy and restore prosperity to Umona." Tears welled up in Onwuka's eyes as he realized the gravity of his mistakes. With a heavy heart, he knelt before the mad woman and begged for her forgiveness. In that moment, a profound sense of forgiveness and reconciliation washed over the village. The gods, moved by the sincerity of Onwuka's repentance, began to smile upon Umona once more. As the days passed, the farmlands flourished once again, and the river flowed with renewed vigor. The villagers rejoiced, grateful for the second chance that had been granted to them. And as for Onwuka, he embraced his role as a father with newfound humility and love. He vowed to raise his child with kindness and compassion, knowing that true redemption lay in the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. And so peace was restored to Umona, and the village prospered once more under the watchful gaze of the benevolent king, Obaif. As Umona basked in the newfound peace and prosperity, Onwuka's child was born a beautiful baby girl with eyes that sparkled like the stars in the night sky. The villagers welcomed her with open arms, seeing in her the promise of a bright future for their community. Onwuka named his daughter Adana, meaning father's daughter, a testament to his newfound sense of responsibility and love for his child. He vowed to be the best father he could be, determined to make amends for his past mistakes. As Adana grew, she became a beacon of hope and joy in Umona. Her laughter echoed through the village, bringing smiles to the faces of all who heard it. She was adored by everyone, from the youngest children to the oldest elders. Under the wise leadership of King Obaif, Umona thrived like never before. The once divided village came together in unity and harmony, cherishing the bonds of kinship and community that had been strengthened by adversity. Years passed, and Adana blossomed into a young woman of remarkable grace and wisdom. She carried within her the spirit of resilience and forgiveness that had defined her village, inspiring all who knew her to embrace hope and compassion. Onwuka watched with pride as his daughter grew into a shining example of everything he had hoped she would be. He thanked the gods every day for the second chance they had given him and vowed to protect and cherish his family for the rest of his days. And so the story of Onwuka, the mad woman, and their daughter Adana became a legend in Numana, a reminder of the power of forgiveness and redemption to heal even the deepest wounds and bring forth a brighter tomorrow. And as the sun set over the village, casting its golden rays upon the land, Umana stood as a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit and the limitless possibilities that lay within each and every one of us. As the years passed, Umana continued to thrive, its people living in harmony with each other and the land. Adana grew into a young woman of great wisdom and compassion, admired by all who knew her. One day, as Adana walked along the riverbank, she came across a group of children playing by the water. They laughed and splashed each other, their joy infectious. Adana smiled, her heart filled with warmth at the sight of their happiness. Suddenly, a cry for help pierced the air. Adana turned to see a young boy struggling to stay afloat in the river's swift current. Without hesitation, she sprang into action, diving into the water to rescue him. With her strong arms and steady resolve, Adana reached the boy just in time, pulling him to safety. The villagers gathered around, their faces filled with gratitude and admiration for her bravery. From that day on, Adana became known as the hero of Umana, revered for her selfless acts of kindness and courage. She dedicated herself to serving her community, using her gifts to make the world a better place for all who lived there. And as for Onwuka, he watched with pride as his daughter grew into a woman of remarkable character and strength. He knew that he had been blessed with a second chance, a chance to make amends for his past mistakes and to build a better future for his family and his village. Together, Onwuka and Adana worked tirelessly to ensure that Umana remained a place of peace and prosperity for generations to come. And though they faced many challenges along the way, their bond remained unbreakable, a testament to the power of forgiveness and love. And so the story of Onwuka, Adana, and the village of Umana became a legend passed down from generation to generation as a reminder of the enduring spirit of hope and resilience that dwelled within them all. And as the sun set over the horizon, casting its golden light upon the land, Umana stood as a shining beacon of hope and inspiration, its people united in love and gratitude for the blessing